After I got pregnant, I kept working. But right before I was about to land a huge client, my boss's assistant, Tiffany, tried to fire me. Her reason? I threw up too much and went to the bathroom too often. Fuming, I marched into my boss Aldrich's office, my husband's office. He handed me a termination letter and said, "Company policy allows only 5 bathroom breaks a day. You took 10. Tiffany has every right to fire you, and you're pregnant. Just stay home and rest." My eyes dropped to the floor. A corner of a lace thong was sticking out from under his couch. So he was cheating. I said nothing. I slapped the termination letter across his face. The moment I walked out of the building, I called our biggest competitor. "Do you limit how many times employees can use the bathroom? If not, I'll bring my client to you tomorrow." "Serena, are you messing with me?" Daniel's voice on the other end of the line was laced with shock. "I'm not kidding," I said, my voice calm. "If you agree, I'll bring the Evergreen Holdings deal I secured straight to you tomorrow to sign. Once that's done, you'll be the top company in Northwood." Daniel hesitated. "Are you having problems with Aldrich? Is this call just to spite him? Everyone in the industry knows you're the powerhouse, carrying all the major accounts for Aldrich's company. You sold your parents' apartment to fund his startup, and you've personally landed every single contract for the company all these years. For the Evergreen Holdings mega deal, you pushed yourself so hard you nearly passed out from severe morning sickness. Employees wanted to rush you to the ER, but you were so worried about delaying the signing, you stubbornly—" I froze, surprised he knew about what happened recently. Listening to him, I just managed a bitter smile. Yeah, everyone in the industry knew how much I cared for Aldrich. I once believed we'd build our empire together, side by side, until the very end. But today, I was dealt a blow that shattered me awake from that beautiful dream. Aldrich and I started with nothing, 2 broke students, determined to carve out our own space in this big city. We built everything from scratch, pushing hard until today, finally owning our own company. 6 months ago, when I told him I was pregnant, his hands trembled with excitement. But when I suggested we get married, he fell silent for a long time before finally speaking. "Serena, once we secure Evergreen Holdings, our company will be #1. Our dream of making it big in this city will finally be realized. Don't you want to walk down the aisle when we're at our peak, at our most glorious moment? Let's get married after we close the Evergreen contract, okay?" I agreed. Yesterday, Evergreen Holdings confirmed the partnership, and the signing date was set. I was so overwhelmed, I collapsed on the street outside the office and ended up in the hospital. When I woke up, I rushed back to the company to prepare for the final signing, but I couldn't get in. The facial recognition failed. I'd been blacklisted. I found a familiar intern to let me in, only to find my office supplies dumped in the trash. Photos of Aldrich and me were covered in footprints, my smiling face defaced with black marker, and sitting at my personal desk was the new secretary, Tiffany. With her bright red nails, she scrolled through her phone, pulling up 3 months worth of my bathroom break surveillance videos. New company rule: no more than 5 bathroom breaks during working hours, each not exceeding 5 minutes. You go a dozen times a day. Who knows if you're actually working or just taking a break? If everyone acted like you, how would the company function? I was stunned. Since when did the company have such a rule? I went to Aldrich's office and told him what happened. He simply said, his tone flat, "Tiffany was headhunted from a major corporation. The rules she's implementing are based on big company experience. We of course have to follow them." I tried to suppress my anger, explaining that my frequent bathroom trips were due to pregnancy and work stress. He waved his hand dismissively. "That's just your weak constitution. Don't use it as an excuse. Today, I'll make an exception because of your morning sickness. But in the future, if someone takes a break in the bathroom and then claims to be sick with diarrhea, am I supposed to pretend I don't see it? How can I manage then?" My face flushed with anger, my eyes burning. In his eyes, my pregnancy sickness was no different from an upset stomach. I was about to say something more when Tiffany walked in, phone in hand. "Serena, company policy states pregnant employees should be terminated. I only didn't fire you out of respect for Aldrich. But now you've violated the rules too many times. If I don't act, other employees will lose respect for me. How can I lead my team? Besides, you're expecting at your age, you should be home resting. Constantly running to the bathroom doesn't just affect efficiency, it makes our company look unprofessional." I stared at her, my voice icy. My pregnancy and my frequent bathroom trips didn't stop me from securing the Evergreen Holdings deal for the company. I'm also a VP here. This policy was never approved by me, so it shouldn't have been implemented. Her eyes welled up, and Aldrich slammed his hand on the desk. "Enough." He saw the shock and tears in my eyes, frowned, and said impatiently, "I'm the one who set the rules. If you have a problem, take it up with me. You're already fired. Stop pulling rank on her. And don't bring up the deal. Tiffany told me you've been skipping out on work, constantly running to the bathroom. The rest of the team did everything. If working while pregnant is too stressful for you, making you run to the bathroom all the time, then isn't Tiffany doing you a favor by firing you and sending you home to rest? Instead of thanking her, you're bullying her right in front of your direct supervisor." He furrowed his brow. "Apologize to Tiffany now." Apologize? I took a long, hard look at the man I'd loved for 10 years, from college sweetheart to business partner. There was a time when a key employee, disrespectful of a woman in charge, talked back to me. Aldrich, without a second thought for the crucial technology that employee held, told him to pack his bags and leave on the spot. He held my hand, standing firm in front of the entire company. "Serena is my wife and my business partner. Disrespecting her is disrespecting me. Furthermore, our company has no room for employees who disrespect women." Those words spread online, earning us countless praises, and we were even named Best Enterprise that year. Just 1 year later, he was tolerating a new assistant, God knows where he found her, being disrespectful to me and discriminating against a pregnant woman. I took a deep breath, about to speak, when my peripheral vision caught a glimpse of underwear tucked under a couch cushion, embroidered with small snowflakes. It wasn't mine. A mix of absurdity and nausea churned in my stomach. My feet swayed, and as I looked up, Tiffany was staring at me, a defiant glint in her eyes. It was hers. The words caught in my throat suddenly lost all meaning. I pulled my ID badge from my pocket and threw it on the couch. "You want to fire me? Fine. But according to regulations, I expect my severance package. If I don't see the money by tonight, I won't hesitate to take your rules to arbitration. And when that happens, I won't be the one losing face or paying the fines. Also, I landed this project. You fire me, and you can forget about the Evergreen Holdings deal." Watching their faces cycle through shades of green and white, I sneered and walked out of the office. The first thing I did was call Daniel. There was no way I was letting them benefit from the project I worked so hard for while they were busy betraying me. Daniel's voice came through. "Whether you're doing this to spite Aldrich or not, I'm taking you seriously. If you come, my VP position is yours. And if you're worried about managing a baby later, I can help with that too." "That won't be necessary," I said, smiling. But for some reason, his voice on the other end dropped, a hint of disappointment in it. "All right then, see you at the signing tomorrow." I hung up and went home to pack. Good thing we weren't married. Otherwise, I'd be figuring out a divorce too. But the baby? I touched my belly. A few seconds later, my gaze hardened. With a father like Aldrich, it was better to raise this child on my own. I got home early and started packing. In the corner of the study was a storage box with a note taped to it. "Aldrich's treasures, please do not touch." This was was the box he kept all my gifts in. He even collected my old water cups and hair ties. He used to say, "These will all be shown to our precious son someday," to tell him they're tokens of our love. I had intended to cut all ties with him, but seeing that box, my heart still ached. I opened it. The moment it opened, I froze. Inside weren't my old things, but a pile of toys and lubricants. My head exploded with a buzzing sound. On the computer, Aldrich's Snapchat was still open, and messages with Tiffany kept popping up. Protecting you is what I should do. If you hadn't helped me relieve stress these past few months, I would have exploded. Wear the bunny girl outfit tonight to celebrate the successful signing, okay? My vision blurred, but I bit back the nausea and saved all the chat logs and videos to my phone. Still furious, I grabbed a bag of fuzzy peaches and rubbed them all over those disgusting items back and forth. You want to play games? Fine. Play all you want. My things packed, I was about to leave when the door suddenly swung open. Aldrich walked in, saw me with my luggage, paused, then smiled. What's wrong? I just said a few things. Is that reason enough to get mad and run away? I'm just being professional, you know? You're my wife, so I have to be even stricter with you for the others to follow rules. All right, stop messing around. I bought your favorite steak. Tonight we'll celebrate tomorrow's signing. I was about to speak, but Tiffany came in behind him. Aldrich, I don't like my steak medium well. Make it medium rare. Right, Tiffany likes it tender. Make sure you cook it well. Tiffany's been so busy, she hasn't eaten all day, unlike you, who got to go home early. He pressed a package of fish into my hands, trying to push me toward the kitchen. My face went cold, and I threw the fish back. I won't cook it. His face immediately darkened, and he grabbed my arm. What's wrong with you? Is pregnancy making you stupid? You can't even handle this? You embarrassed Tiffany at the office today. I specially invited her here so you could personally cook her a meal as an apology, and you're still being difficult? Aldrich, it's okay. Serena's pregnant with your baby. It's normal for her to be moody. I can take it. Tiffany cut in. Just because she's pregnant, she can act like this? Aldrich grew even angrier at her words. He dragged me to the kitchen, pushed me in, and locked the door. You're not coming out until you cook dinner. I stumbled and fell. A sharp twisting pain shot through my belly, and cold sweat instantly drenched me. I pounded on the door, crying out, Aldrich, let me out. My stomach hurts so bad. I fell. Take me to the hospital. Aldrich, I think Serena's just mad I'm eating dinner here, and she's trying to use the baby to manipulate you. Maybe I should just leave? The footsteps outside paused. Then his cold voice came through the door. I just asked you to cook dinner? Is that reason enough to threaten me with the baby's safety? You're crazy. I couldn't tell if it was heartbreak or abdominal pain, but I kept knocking, pleading. Cook if you want, don't if you don't. Come on, Tiffany. Let's go to that Michelin-starred place instead. Oh, Aldrich, you're so sweet. I was in too much pain to speak. I'm not lying. Really. It hurt so bad. My only answer was the bang of the front door closing. My vision went black, and I passed out. When I woke up again, I was in a hospital bed, and the person watching over me was Daniel. He visibly relaxed when he saw my eyes open. I called you a bunch of times, but no answer. You scared me to death. I thought you and Aldrich had a huge fight and he might have hurt you, so I rushed over. Then I found you collapsed in the kitchen. The doctor said you just fell and bruised your stomach. The baby is fine. I managed a bitter smile. My injury and collapse were because Aldrich had effectively hurt me, in a way. I gratefully thanked him, then picked up my phone, wanting to contact Evergreen Holdings representative. I planned to tell him I'd left Aldrich's company and jumped ship to Daniel's, but my phone screen was flooded with text from Tiffany and videos. Bitch, so what if you're carrying Aldrich's kid? You still got sent home to be a housewife? Giving your desk and your job to me? Aldrich said he's sick of you, always working, no fun at all, and you smell gross when you're pregnant. He prefers someone young like me. Ha ha ha. Who knows, maybe soon I'll be more than just his VP at work. Oh, and Aldrich said since you're a housewife now, how can you be the Evergreen project lead? Don't come to the signing tomorrow. I'll go instead. Save them from seeing your disgusting face and throwing up. I stared at her taunts and videos, expressionless. Before I could even react, Daniel exploded. What the hell is this? How dare she talk to you like that? You're not even mad? Do you really love Aldrich that much? Enough to just let this trashy woman walk all over you? Daniel's eyes were red. Serena, if I had a wife as amazing as you, I'd cherish you every single day. I'd never let you suffer. I calmly texted Tiffany back. The garbage man is all yours, but you can forget about my project. I looked up at Daniel, bewildered. What did you just say? He gritted his teeth. Nothing. I just said I'm your boss, and if they dare try to steal your project, I'll make them pay. I nodded. Okay. The doctor recommended strict rest to prevent a miscarriage. I immediately asked Daniel for 3 months of leave, planning to rest at home after the signing. As I left the obstetrics department, I bumped into a man and a woman. Both were covered in red rashes, constantly scratching at their bodies. When Aldrich saw me, his face instantly paled, and he rushed to question me. Serena, did you mess with anything in my study? What did you put in there? The doctor says if they can't find the allergen, we'll keep itching like this. I instantly understood. They must have used the clothes that had peach fuzz on them. I said blandly, what thing? Tell me so I can try to remember if I touched it. He flushed, but dared not explain clearly. I sneered, pulled out the videos I'd saved from his Snapchat yesterday and the videos Tiffany sent me, and laid everything bare. Oh, you mean this bunny girl outfit? I was eating peaches yesterday, and I think I accidentally dropped some fuzz on the clothes. You! His face was ashen, and he cursed under his breath. You're crazy spying on my computer and sending someone to record our videos. What are you trying to do? He pointed at me and yelled, you did this to us. I'm not letting you get away with it. Get on your knees and apologize to me and Tiffany right now and transfer the Evergreen project to her. Otherwise, the wedding's off and you can look forward to being an unemployed single mom.